Good morning, small business world. My name is Leland McFarland, and you have arrived at the Small Business Spotlight. I'm here live, small business trends, trying to go. Yeah, I tried Twitter. Let's see if this all works. So we're just going to dive right into the news. All right, it came up pretty quick this time. So the U.S. Small Business Administration has launched an exciting new competition called the Patriot Pitch Competition. This is aimed at supporting American small businesses. With a total cash pool prize of $1 million, made possible by Clover Network Incorporated, the contest is designed to celebrate and promote innovation among small businesses that are vital to the U.S. economy. The SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler emphasized the importance of small businesses in driving economic growth. She pointed out that the competition recognizes their role in job creation and aims to spotlight their innovative recognizes small businesses' role in job creation and aims to spotlight their innovative ideas. The competition is open to small businesses that have used specific SBA funding, creating a unique challenge for those already engaged in SBA resources. The competition unfolds in 4 stages, culminating in a live finals event in Washington, D.C. Scheduled for September. Finalists will pitch their business ideas to a panel of judges for a chance to win a share of the prize money. Along with the pitches, attendees will benefit from speakers and networking opportunities, connecting with potential partners and investors. Small business owners interested in entering must apply by June 10th. However, they should be aware that the competitive nature of this event may be challenging, especially for those without much experience in pitching. So get that elevator pitch ready, but also, the long, pitch to get your idea out there. Preparing a strong presentation can be time consuming, and participants should weigh the potential benefits against the time and resources required. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time. If you got some extra time on your hand and you think that this might be fun, yeah, go for it. But don't spend too much time on this. You don't want to. You don't want to hurt your business in order to be able to get this potential part of $1 million. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but you're going up against a lot of people in the nation. But for those who have taken SBA funding, if you use a little bit of AI, try to get it out there, it could be a great opportunity for someone. PayPal has teamed up with Anthropic to launch a free AI training program specifically designed for small business owners. A recent survey showed that while 82% of small businesses understand the importance of adopting AI, shocking 73% lack the tools and training to do so. The initiative addresses these concerns with a new online course called AI Fluency for Small Businesses. The course offers a 9 self-paced lesson. The course offers 9 self-paced lessons featuring video from experts and fellow entrepreneurs, helping participants build practical AI skills. In 2030, the goal is to assist 25 million individuals and businesses in adapting to this new AI digital landscape. Upon completing the course, participants will receive a certificate boosting their credibility in the professional networks. In addition to training, PayPal and Anthropic are introducing a new plugin called Claude for Small Business. The tool automates tasks like invoicing and refunds, making day-to-day operations smoother for entrepreneurs. I'd be a little worried about that refund one. Get all ready and just let me push the button saying yes or no. I don't know if I want to just the whole process. That would scare me. While these advances promise better efficiency and reduced workload, small business owners can be open to change and committed to learn about AI technology. PayPal is dedicated to working with nonprofit organizations to expand the reach of this training globally. With these resources, small businesses can not only survive but thrive in the evolving workplace. Yeah, I love this. I love any kind of opportunity to be able to advance AI for small businesses. There isn't, I mean, there are tons of people out there. We've got John Lawson. He loves teaching people about how to use Claude Code to be able to automate a lot of tasks. But I could see finding ways to be able to get AI in just the little ways that can save time and money. I'm not talking about replacing a complete employee with AI. I'm talking about saving 5 hours here, an hour here. That's where I think that AI needs to be implemented in and trained on to be able to get the little things. And then once you get comfortable, you can ramp up a little bit more. But always getting advancements out there for training out there, always a good thing. All right. A new report from the Oxford Economics, commissioned by Amazon, reveals that low Earth orbits, or LEO, satellite broadcast service could lead to significant economic growth and job creation globally. The report indicated that by 2035, LEO satellites internet could add between 32 billion and 863 billion to the global economy. That is a huge spread. That's like saying, yeah, I could add between $1 and infinite dollars. I kind of don't know, but I know that it's going to be a lot. Potentially creating millions of jobs and enhancing opportunities for small businesses in underserved areas. Currently, more than 2.6 billion people worldwide lack reliable internet access, hindering their ability to participate in e-commerce and digital marketing. The report outlines different scenarios for LEO adoption, emphasizing that improved internet connectivity can empower small businesses and allow them access to essential digital tools. LEO satellites orbit close to Earth, providing fast, low-latency internet, which is crucial to real-time activities like video conferencing and online learning. This increased connectivity could help connect 421 million people by 2035, supporting up to 21 million jobs globally. So I love this idea of low Earth orbit satellites to be able to provide connectivity. You already have that with Starlink, and adding more competition is just going to be better overall. And let's put out a third company out there that can do this. But let's get Comcast up there. But I love this. I live in a rural area, and it has affected me to certain degrees. I mean, as far as rural areas go, we're actually usually on the forefront of connectivity. I got gig internet, even though I live in a town of 2,000 people out in the middle of nowhere. But we also have Amazon data centers, so we're wired up with fiber. But if I were to just go a mile away from my house, I'm actually in the rural area, and getting any kind of cable internet, DSL that's actually quick in that area is actually really hard to do. And so I love this idea of being able to do global the satellite internet that actually is fast and quick with low latency, because that is an option for even people within America that don't have access to Comcast or Spectrum or a cable or a good DSL connection, which is a lot of Americans and a lot of businesses out there. Then they don't have to be reliant on something that's not as good. They can get a real good solid connection, as well as people outside of the United States that live in areas that have slow or no internet connection. There's going to be some issues. Usually there's reasons for them not wanting to have good internet. Usually it involves the government wanting to have control over the internet. And if their people are given basically open access to satellite internet, it's probably not going to be very welcomed. I've talked with people who live in what was the name of that country? It's a country in Africa. Ethiopia, and they don't allow Starlink because it would then bypass the government restrictions when it comes to internet. So there's a lot of legislation. It isn't just now we have satellites up there, now we can serve people all over the world. There's a lot of government red tape that's going to be going through when it comes to that. So small business owners are feeling a slight boost in optimism, according to this latest NFIB Small Business Optimism Index. In April, the index rose just 0.1% to 95.9. Yet it still trails the historical average of 98. Concerns over inflation remain high, with 34% of owners struggling to fill job openings and rising labor costs impacting many. Chief Economics Bill Dinkelberg noted that while optimism is fragile, the upcoming Working Families Act tax cut could provide some much-needed relief for small businesses. However, the employment index has declined for 2 consecutive months, and many owners report ongoing difficulty in finding qualified workers. Price hikes are also on the rise, with 30% of owners raising their prices, surpassing the historical average. Only 22% of small business owners are regularly borrowing, a figure that is the lowest since late 2021, reflecting hesitance to take financial risks amid uncertainty. Sales figures are bleak, with a net negative of 8%, while increasing sales and only 3% expecting better volumes in the next quarter. On a positive note, 13% plan to create new jobs, though half struggle to find qualified applicants. As small businesses navigate inflation, labor challenges, and supply chain issues, experts urge owners to adjust their pricing strategies and improve recruitment efforts to stay competitive. Adapting to these changes is crucial for the success of small businesses in this uncertain economic environment. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best. There are still, within any time, there is always going to be issues and problems. There's always going to be employment issues. There's always going to be potential of wars. I'm trying to think back within the last 20 years if when we weren't, or the world in general hasn't been in a war of some kind. There's always going to be economic uncertainties. The best thing a small business owner can do is to be able to change and adapt, and to be able to go along with what needs to be done in order to improve their business, to be able to improve their economic needs. And it's not, a doom and gloom kind of situation, but it's not the best. But any small business owner worth its weight can find the golden road. They find that path that's able to take them to the next level. And that's what you need to do as a small business owner. Find that pathway, that new product, that new marketing system to be able to attract more customers and to be able to grow. Curiosity report. A report from SurveyMonkey highlights a significant issue in today's workplace. Curiosity is not being nurtured. The survey, which includes nearly 1,925 employees, found that while 60% of workers consider themselves highly curious, only 30% find their workplace encourages this trait. Curiosity is crucial for innovation, creativity, and problem solving. Employees are empowered to explore and ask questions, tend to perform better, and contribute positively to their teams. SurveyMonkey emphasized that fostering a culture of curiosity is essential for staying competitive in today's fast-paced environment. Small business owners can take action by promoting open dialogue in meetings, using suggestion boxes, and supporting professional development opportunities. Creating an environment where mistakes are viewed as learning opportunities rather than failures is also encouraged curiosity. However, the report indicates that a risk-adverse workplace culture can stifle curiosity. Leaders often focus solely on results, which can deter employees from sharing ideas for fear of judgment. To combat this, business owners should model curiosity themselves by being open to feedback, facilitating brainstorming sessions, and recognizing innovative efforts. Investing time and resources into structured programs that stimulate curiosity can also pay off. Such programs might include critical thinking training and team projects that bring together diverse perspectives. As 39% of employees feel their curiosity isn't rewarded, there's a significant opportunity for small businesses to celebrate and utilize this, leading to improved performance and growth. Overall, a curious workforce can be a powerful asset, laying the groundwork for greater innovative success. Curiosity isn't always the thing that kills the cat. Being able to explore new ideas, try new things, is the way that new opportunities are just created. And if you are in a work environment in which you are punishing people for basically being curious, that's not going to be good. It's going to stifle your business, and it's going to make it to where you're going to miss opportunities. And you don't want the opposite. You don't want people to be just so curious that they are not taking care of the tasks that they need to, and that your business is floundering in that way. It's got to be a balance, everything within balance. And it may be just hey, you get 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week to be able to work on something that you wouldn't necessarily do. And I think like Google did that in the past, although it was more of you work 40 hours a week and then you can, for 20 hours a week, do your own thing. And you don't want to overwork your employees in that regard or anything like that. But you want to be able to give them that ability to be able to grow and to be able to adapt to new technologies and to be able to bring stuff in, such as these new AI innovations, without the fear of repercussions. All right, on to deals. Got a couple for you today. This is the Wise 20 kPa cordless stick vacuum on sale for $60. It is $91 off. I've personally enjoyed Wise's range of tech that they've come out, and they came out originally with just a camera, and then they've evolved over time to make a lot of household products. They've made thermostats, they've made doorbells, all sorts of things, and I was actually really surprised to see a vacuum cleaner. Hopefully it sucks really good. But for $60 for a cordless vacuum, that's actually a pretty decent price. This is at Walmart, and I'll have a link in the description. Apple 14-inch MacBook Pro. This is the M5 series. This one's $300 off. This is from phphotovideo.com. I'm not the most familiar with Macs, but hey, $300 off of a Mac, that's pretty good. If you're in the marketplace for one of these M5 Macs, go check out phphotovideo.com. Be able to see this new match, and then they're an authorized reseller of Macs. All right, on to the next part. Reddit stories. Would you be upset if I put a QR code on the pizza box? Hey, so I own a small pizza/pub place, and lately we've been getting takeaway pizza orders almost daily, which honestly feels amazing, and I'm really grateful people enjoy the food. The issue I'm having isn't the orders, it's reviews. We've been open for almost 2 years now and only have 3 Google reviews. They're positive, which is great, but we'd obviously love to be a bit more active online and get reviews more consistently. Most of our customers just grab their pizza and go, so it feels awkward trying to stop people and ask for a review in person, especially when they're in a rush. So I started thinking of or looking into different ideas. One option is putting our Google page somewhere on the pizza box, but I've also been trying out something called quick feedback, which is basically a simple QR code where customers can leave quick feedback with a thumbs up or down and an optional comment. What I was thinking is maybe putting a QR code inside the pizza box lid, not outside, just something small like, how was your pizza? Leave feedback here, while they're literally eating. The idea would be to use deeper boxes so nothing touches the lid or affects packaging, obviously. But before I actually do it, I genuinely wanted options first instead of blindly going in. As a customer, would you find that convenient, or would you just find it weird or annoying? The biggest thing when it comes to getting online reviews is finding a way to be able to encourage that. Just putting out a QR code is not going to be, you may get a few. I'm not going to say it's not going to work, but they need an incentive. And usually the incentive people have for putting out a review is when something negative happens. So you don't really want them to have easy access to be able to give a negative review. You want them to have the incentive to give a positive review. And so one way to be able to do that is to encourage it by maybe having a competition or something to that effect. Not just saying, hey, if you give a review, we'll give you free stuffed bread or a free soda on your next visit or something to that effect, but to sit there and say, hey, we'll give out a $50 gift card once a month to people who did a review or something to that effect. That would be a good way to be able to encourage people to be able to add in a review. As far as the QR code inside, if you could print it, that would be the best way. Instead of having like a sticker or something like that, if you can order these pizza boxes to where like the QR code is on the inside and it's printed, that would be a lot better than like putting in like a sticker or something to that effect. That would squish down onto the pizza and then it'd be kind of weird. That's what I would do. Charging $50 for a discovery call eliminated 80% of my wasted time. I'm a solo app developer. My old process, free 30-minute call, maybe a proposal, maybe a project. Close rate was 20%. New process, client pays $50 on my site, fills out a structured intake form, and I get a written brief instead of scattered meeting notes. The $50 is applied if we move forward. Result, every lead is serious. No more exploring calls. I reviewed written briefs instead of taking notes on Zoom. The pushback I expected, nobody pays before talking to you, didn't happen. The people who won't pay $50 for a scoped summary weren't going to pay $80K for a build. Curious if other service providers have tried paid discovery. I like the idea of this in two parts. There is the there's the $50, and that is going to be a deterrent for just the guys like, yeah, I got an idea for something, but I don't got like it all put together. You're going to get like the serious people. But the other part is you having them come up with the idea themselves and putting it out there instead of you kind of coaxing it out when it comes to a meeting or something to that effect. I think that right there is actually going to be the thing that is increasing. If you're giving them homework before they even talk to you, then they've got to be serious about it. $50, you could probably reduce that down to 20 or something to that effect, and maybe get a little bit more. You don't want to chase away the one person who's just like, well, I'm going to be talking to 10 people about this, 5 people about this, and I want to see what everyone could do, and I don't want to spend $250 just on discovery. Maybe, I don't know, $50K to $50K. I don't know. Am I in the wrong for canceling my client 5 days in advance? Yeah, probably. So for context, I'm a cosmetologist, hairstylist, and I have a client text me about an appointment for a graduation in February. The graduation's in May. This has been my client for 4 years. We talked about a date and she booked through my online booking website, but she didn't confirm her appointment with a deposit of $30. Why do you not have built-in payment into your online booking confirmation on your website? That you need to do that right now, today. When she texted me to confirm on April 10th, the day she originally booked for it was already booked, being as though she didn't send a deposit to confirm in April. That is why you put it on your website. Pay right now. We ended up setting an appointment for the day before she originally wanted. Fast forward to now, and her appointment is on Monday. My son's football team announced that the first game of their season would be the same date, same time as her appointment. So I reached out to her immediately on Monday and let her know that I would no longer be able to do her braid service that day. I then apologized for the inconvenience I caused and offered her another time and day and $15 off of her $150 service. 10% off. How generous. I also offered to refund her deposit. Well, She then proceeded to go off on me and basically say that I should honor her appointment regardless, being as though she texted me 3 months ago about that appointment, even though she only confirmed this appointment only a month ago. Still a month ago. I honestly am really upset because I was really honestly upset because I've never canceled any of her appointments, and I've always been good to her. When she called me on the phone, basically just kept huffing and puffing and saying damn, basically showing she was upset. And I understand, but I'm never going to miss on my child's events for a job. I'm sorry. Then after she kept pushing at me, I asked her what did she want me to do. I asked her what did she want me to do, not go to my son's game, so I could be available for her in a sarcastic tone, which really could have just let her go off. But this woman is not good at writing. Anyways, yes, you're in the wrong. You made an appointment. I can understand if you're sick, if there's a family emergency, but to sit there and say, oh, my son's going to go and play that day. You knew that your son was going to be playing this game. I'm assuming your son was going to be playing football, and you know when these games are going to be happening. I have a son who does track. I know that usually Thursdays, usually Wednesdays at around 5 o'clock. I don't schedule things for that time because I know when I'm not going to be available when it comes to these kinds of things. You're a small business owner and your customers come first, in a sense, a little bit. I mean, again, family emergencies are one thing, but when it comes to just a game for your kid, you're going to honor it because now that customer, you've lost her for life. And she's going to put another bad review. She's going to talk bad about you because you didn't honor your agreement with her. Yes, it was a month ago, but it was a month ago. She put down a deposit. And again, the system in your website where you book, you pay right there. You can't finish the process unless you've paid. Simple. What should I do? I, a 21 male automotive technician, have the opportunity to buy my boss's business. It's a mom and pop shop. He bought the business when he was 25, and the business has been open since the 50s. He's been teaching me a lot about the business. We currently do $1.5 million in sales a year. I certainly am in college for aviation mechanic, and I have a baby on the way. Should I continue college or should I buy my boss's business? He said that he would sell it for $2 million. I have no money really saved up, so obviously I would need a loan. What should I do? Have about 5 years until he wants to sell it. Well, you have 5 years. Finish aviation school. Just first of all, if you're halfway through it, take the 2 years, finish it, just right there and then. That way you have a backup plan. Second of all, $2 million. It's making 1.5 million in sales. Now, I mean, on the outside, that looks good. How much is profit? That's the big thing, because yeah, you could do 1.5 million in sales, but if you're having to pay people, you have to pay the lot fee, power, supplies, parts, all of those things, and then all of a sudden you're only bringing in $100,000 in profit, or something less. I mean, that's where I would be a little bit worried. You need to look at the full view to be able to see if whether or not this is profitable enough. But definitely finish college, especially for avian automotive, or finish it. Maybe, I don't know. That is hard, but always have a backup plan. Look for the profits. That's what I got for you. That's all I got for you today. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. And if you come across this naturally, hit that subscribe button. We're do this every week. I love bringing this information for you. And if at any point you disagreed with me, or if you agreed with me, hit that comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Until next time.